Hey guys, this is Sevi from Pilates and Yoga with Sevi. This morning's practice we have a Pilates fly. We're going to start off with focusing on the upper body. Then we opening up through the hips and working on the flexibility of the spine. And then finally we're going to finish with a little strengthening of your lower abdominals. So let's go ahead and start. We are going to start with your push-ups. I hope that you managed to do a warm-up already. If you haven't, please make sure that you do a quick one. I've got one up there, so just have a check. Okay, so start in a standing position for your warm-up. We're going to start with a nice little walkout before we get into our full push-ups. So I'd like you to stand at the back end of your mat with your feet about hip width apart. Take a nice shoulder roll, engage your body so it's a nice straight line. Take a nice big inhale, and on the exhale just anchor down. Make sure you press down strongly through the feet. Take a big in breath, reach your arms towards the ceiling. On the out breath, tuck your chin towards your chest and just take a slow roll down. If you need to, you can keep your hands on your hips. Once you're there, bend your knees, walk your hands further forward. Allow your hands to walk out, and then find the hands as wide as your mat with the knees underneath the hips. Take a big breath in and then drive into the mat with the elbows just in line with your shoulders. Push back up, tuck your toes and then walk the hands back to center and up into standing. So push yourself back up onto your feet and slowly roll yourself up. You may reach the arms up for the next in breath, lengthening the spine. Out breath, release back and down as you slowly roll. And then you can stay with the box push-up, or you can come into a three-quarter when you walk your hands a little further forward with the hands wide either side of your mat. The eye is going to come just in front of the hands, so make sure that you are creating a triangle with the hands and the head. That's it. Slowly rolling up is a great way to create a little bit of flexibility in the spine as you move and to break up the strength of the push-up. So your advanced option is to do a full push-up with the hands super nice and wide, and full push-up with the toes, body strong. So you're going to let the upper body dry down on the in-breath and then push on the out-breath. Good. So you can put your knees down first here, and then walk the hands back and lift yourself up. Or of course, by all means, you always got the chance not to put your knees down at all. So you're going to slowly roll yourself down, walk the hands forward, come into a full push-up. Once you feel stable and strong, engage your core, hips and shoulders square towards the floor, and then as smooth as possible, come back to center, and with a slight bend in the knees, you can just walk yourself straight back up here. And then again, reaching up, slowly rolling down through the spine, coming forward, full push-up, or you stay with anything that works for you. Good, so you're gonna do 2 more like this. Take your time, tuck your chin in here and let your upper body just hang. Lifting, and then keep moving. So the body is in a completely fluid way. If you come out here and you feel that you need to put your knees down, that's fine. Put your knees down, do your push up, and then draw back up. Good. This is your little warm up for your push-ups. Start to engage the chest. When you come into your push-up position and you're on your toes, you want to make sure that your hips don't drop in. So you do not want in the position when your hips are dropping low or too high. You want that lovely length in the spine with the hips approximately in line with the shoulders. Good. This is going to be your last one. The next time we're just going to stay down for some more push-ups, tucking the chin in. That's a way to strengthen the upper body. Great exercise to engage not only the front but the back of the body and the whole of your core. Good, so you can stay on your knees, on your toes, box push-up, whatever you want. 8 single push-ups. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, push up. 7 more. Drive out of the floor. 6 more. So if you're on your toes, you can start to feel that build up. 4 more to go. And if you need to take a break, listen to your body, take a break. Good, last one. Now down, hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise. Let the knees come down. Arms reach out in front of you and take a nice long stretch for the upper back. So you may find you need to pick up the hands and just take a little stretch. So you lift yourself up, and at the back of your hands touch the floor without putting body weight onto it. Alternatively, you can just add a little roll through the wrists. And then the other way, other side. Good. So your heart should be up a little bit. You should feel a bit more alive than when you started the session. When you're ready, come face me. Kneeling position. If you do find it's not comfortable for you sitting here, you can pick up a cushion and put the cushion just behind your bottom onto the calf. So the knee is going to stay about hip width apart. You're going to find your hips, your shoulders stacked, aligned, and the shoulders relaxing. Start to work into the hips using the strength of your core as well as your upper body. So take a big breath in, reaching the arms out in front, just about shoulder height. And I'd like you to bring your palms one on top of the other. So simply let the palm face down towards the floor, one on top of the other, and the hands a bit lower than your shoulders. Engage your core, find your 30% engagement in that core. Taking a beautiful big breath in, breathe out. Let's do a hip hinge. You're going to let your hip push back, your upper body tip forward, and then as you lift back up, find your shoulders and the hips in line. Breathing out, push back, and then lifting back the center, engaging your glutes and your hips. So as you're sitting back, you're only sitting back halfway. Let's show you from the side. Sit back and lifting back to center. Try to relax your shoulders. Keep the length of your spine. Your chin is gently tucked in. Drop the hips back, reach, and then relax as you rise. So whenever you rise, I want you to really focus on squeezing through the glutes. Imagine that you're using those muscles to push the body up and forward. It's almost like coming into an extension of your hip. Good. One more like this. So you can stay with this, or we're going to bring in a little bit of side to side action. So as you come back here, all I'd like you to do to start with is let your hips come to the left and your arms to the right, just facing me and not turning at all. So you're going to let the hands come to the right, the hips to the left, back to center, and then the other way around. Good. Think about keeping the hips square at the minute. Breathing in, and you're going to feel a bit more push on the outer side of the hip, and this hip wants to pull in, which is normal. That's fine. One more time like this. Option for you is to stay here. You stay working. If you want a little bit more, we're going to let the hips go, and from the square turn as we reach the arms further. Okay, so you're going to sit back a little further, not sitting all the way down, reaching the arms. Come back to center, and then the other way around. Reach, sit back, reach the arms forward, back to center. So hinging from the hips, using the obliques at the side of the body, as well as rotating through your spine. Good. You've got to squeeze the inner thighs with each other. And as I said, if this is too much, for some reason you can't get into this side movement, stay in the center. One more like this each side. Reaching, releasing, last one. And then find your way back. Let the arms reach up, take a little shoulder roll, a couple of shoulder rolls, some circles, other way around. Great work, well done. Next time, I'd like you to come inside sideways on the right side of your body. You're going to come into a nice easy chest opener, and for this one you can stay without a cushion, but you may find that having a cushion, I've got a bolster that I can use underneath the side of the head, is very helpful, because you are going to have to otherwise keep your head off the ground, which can be quite strenuous for the neck flexors. So let you sit down on the right side of the body. The bottom arm is alongside the floor with the palm up towards the ceiling, and you're just going to place your head on the top of your cushion, your blanket. Stack your body, so your shoulders, your hips, your feet, one on top of the other. The shoulders relaxing back and down, and find a comfortable position for your hand. Engage your core. So nice and easy for today. Nice chest opener to work again with the spine. And when you're ready, bring your knees up into 90-degree angle. So you want to find your knees in line with your hips, your feet in line with your knees. 90-degree angle behind the knees. Reset your head if you need to. And then allow your hands to come one on top of the other. So nice chest opener. Breathe in. Allow the top hand to lift. And then let the upper body to roll open as you reach the arm as far as you can, keeping the hips one on top of the other. Then breathe out to bring the hands back together. And we're just going to do this another few more times. As you open up, you're turning through the back of your neck. You allow the spine to stay long as you rotate it. So you're going to look as far as you can. You may even be able to touch the ground. Don't worry if not. Open to the best of your ability and make sure your neck is feeling comfortable. So this is a very nice flexibility exercise for the chest or for the spine, as well as a beautiful opening for the chest. So you feel loads of space and freedom in this pose. Good. 2 more times like that. And then next time maybe, if you wish, you can add on an opening of the knee, which is a type of your oyster, right? So as you open the arm, let the knee come wide open, and then keep the sole of your feet together. And then as you close the arm, bring in the knees together. Good. 3 more like this. Keeping the hips one on top of the other, moving your own tempo. So if you move a little faster, you may get a few more reps in. That's it. All the way through, you remember engaging your core, keeping the legs nice and still. As your arms comes in, the leg comes together, and one more time, letting the upper body open. Turn, look with your eyes as well, all the way to the back, and bring the hands together. Great work, well done. Now this time, your top knee is going to move. You do a move, chest and move. The hands gonna stay together, one on top of the other, with the top fingers coming towards a half of your palm. And when you're ready, this knee is going to lift. So take a big breath in, lifting the top knee off, and just hold it there. So we got a little game. We're gonna let first the knee, then the heels touch towards each other. So you're gonna find the hips staying one on top of the other, and then engaging loads of muscles in your legs, ankles, adductors, abductors, hips. So let's go. So the top knee is going to touch towards the knee as you push the heel up, and then the heels come towards each other as your knee points up. And do that again. Breathe as you would normally, nice and deep, engaging your core. So try not to let the core go. The core is working all the way through in Pilates with a minimum 30% engagement. So putting the belly button towards the spine, and then just see what sensations you go the legs going free. How are you feeling right now? Let's do another 8, 7, 6. So you start to probably feel a little bit of burn going free. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Knees come towards each other. And you're simply going to let the bottom leg extend, the top leg stay here. Give yourself a little bit of a tap or a pull. If you need to, bring this knee up towards the chest to release a little bit. And then simply bring your knees together, push yourself up. Place your cushion or bolster over to the other side, because you are going to need it on the other side. And then let's find a open kneeling position to start with. So I'm going to start to work into your hips in a slightly different way, with some lunges. If by any chance you can't do the lunges, your option is to stay in the middle and do spine twist from the kneeling position. Okay? Otherwise, lean towards your left and step your right leg, or the right and step your left leg free. Allow your body to be nice and long, front knees above the ankle, and just sink into the hips. You don't want to hang in the hip. You just want to engage the legs, so press down through the front foot and the back knee. Long spine on the inhale. On the exhale, hands onto your knee, and then simply lift up. So again, you want to feel pretty strong and solid here. You may need some bedding behind the back knee. Next time, inhale your arms up, and on the exhale, let the arms come down to the elbows just underneath your shoulder. You're going to twist towards your front knee. So breathing in to twist towards the front knee, and then breathing out to release your twist. Let's do that again. Try to stay as still as possible, squeezing those inner thighs towards each other, and then keeping the shoulders nice and strong. As you move into your twist, your upper body may want to fall forward, so you want to try and keep it nice and steady. Imagine that lolly on the seaside, so you twist it around the base. Good job. 2 more to go like this. Stay nice and strong. You can always do this with straight arms. Next time, as you come back to center, allow your back arm to relax. Let the top arm to reach up towards the ceiling, and then feel a nice long stretch all the way down the back hip. And we're going to swap arms. The back arm reaching long, the front arm reaching towards the floor. Reach, and this time we take a side bend. So you're going to breathe in, and then breathe out to reach across towards your front knee. Fingertips may touch down, and then come back to center. 3 more like this. Reach across. If you need to, you can place your hands onto the top of your knee for a bit of support. Just taking the side bend. And the last one, keeping everything in the same position for the lower part of the body. And then relax both arms down to the floor. Let the hands touch the ground. Tuck the back knee. Stretch through the back hip and step back. Nice. Push through towards the ceiling and let your knees come back into the floor. Maybe take a little rest in your child's pose if you need to. Otherwise, find your 4-point kneeling position. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, eyes in front of your fingertips, belly engaged. Pull up the strong engagement through the belly button towards the spine. Whenever you feel ready, we got a little bit of a combination here. So listen up. Take a big breath in to reach your front arm up and out in front of you. Once you're breathing out, let the arms circle towards the side. Allow the hand to touch the thigh of your thigh. And then let the arms reach up again in front. And then touching the thigh of your thigh. The arms pulling through. Maybe brushing the fingertips against the mat. So while you work with only the left arm, the front arm, you're going to feel strength in the core. The rest of the body is completely still. Good. One more time like this. Breathing in, breathing out. Touch this hand back and down into the floor. And then pick up your right hand, the back hand, and open up into a spinal extension towards the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out. Reach this arm underneath the right arm. So threading the needle, head maybe touches down. And then next time as you inhale, reach the arm towards the ceiling, back into that extension, and relax the hand back into the floor. Good. So we're going to do this one more time. Taking a nice big breath in. Breathing out. This time if you want to work a little bit more, bring the hands a little further forward. So you're in a 3/4 position. We're going to do this time one by one. When you feel ready, your knees can come a little wider. Your front arm, reach up. Breathing in, breathing out. Touch the thigh of your thighs and then return your hand to the starting position. Inhale, reach the back arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale to reach underneath. This time try to keep the head off the ground. Open up again and relax the hand back into the floor. 3 more like this. Reach, circle. Keep the body nice and still. Then open towards the ceiling. You're going to feel there is a bit of a restriction there. Strengthen the arms here if you need to come back into the box. And back to center. 2 more like this. Needless to say, you're going out on the option. So the arms can reach, stretch, or extension. Nice and strong. You are going to stagger the feet as you reach under. And then back. One more time like this. Strongly press down through the hand. Do not let the hips soggy drop. Open. Hips facing the side, reaching under, opening up, and back to center. How was this side? Nice work. Drop the knees down. You definitely need a little stretch with those arms. So when you're ready, pick up the hands, bring the hands together, have a little roll. Once you got your breath back, lift yourself up and let's turn the other way around. So we're coming back into our side exercises, lying on the left side of the body. Find your cushion or towel underneath your head. So place it underneath, bottom arm straight, stack everything, and then find your knees, one on top of the other, bring them up into 90-degree angle, and then allow yourself to find that breath. Strengthen the side of the body, breathing in, breathing out, your top arm open. So let the upper body turn as you reach, open up through the chest. Bringing the hands together. So use your breath here, really big breath as you're opening up. You just think about the sensation in your legs, how you're feeling through the hips, and what's happening through the spine. So this is a little bit of time when you can really explore your body and see how the body's feeling today. Is there any niggle that might bother you? Can you open the arm a little more? Good. This is your last one like this. And in the next few we are going to add on that little open of the knee, your oyster. As you open the arm, open the knee, keep the edge of your feet together like they were glued together, and then let the hands and the knees come together. Good. So just be aware when you open the knee, your hips are going to want to roll back. There's a sign that your bottom knee may wants to lift off the ground. 2 more. You keep everything nice and strong. Good. So find the maximum opening through that knee. Hips facing forward, and hold it there as you work with your arm. Keep turning through the back of your neck, looking back with your eyes, and then hold it here. Good. Upper body still strong. Keep the steady position as you start to move with the legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift the leg just a little bit further up. Then you're going to bring the knees and the hips together. So touch the knee and the heels together. So you're going to touch and touch. It's a little tuck here and a little tuck here. So knees come together, heels sticking up. Heels come together, knees sticking up. Good. Can you just keep the hips nice and still as you move? Alright. So I think we're ready for our 8. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Hold and slowly release. Nice job. Alright, extend the bottom leg, top leg stays forward. Give yourself a little pat if you need it. Or bring it up. Great job. Okay, let's find our twist in our lunges. So as you lift yourself up, take your cushion out of the way. And bring your front knee, your right knee up and out into a lunge position. Stack your front knee above the ankle. Find your spine. Check your back knee. Everything nice and square. Breathing in. Hands onto your head, onto your thighs, and lift up. You want to find your shoulders above the hips. And then let's get into that twist. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bend your elbows, and let the arms be just in line with the body. And try not to pull it behind. That's encouraging your lower back to arch. Good. So find the position. Pull back a little bit if you need to, and then let's twist towards your front knee. You've got 6 twists altogether. So you're going to breathe in to twist towards the front knee, and then breathe out to come back to center. Keep pulling the belly muscles towards the spine. Twist right from the base. And the whole of the body is twisting together. So sometimes when we encourage the twist to come further, we come across and then we move this back arm. So try to keep it nice and steady. Everything is steady. 2 more. Release. Last one. Beautiful. Remember, you can stay in any position if you need to. Otherwise, allow your front arm to extend towards the ceiling, the back arm to relax. And then just take a nice long reach, extending more and stretching more into the hips. And simply swap arms so the back arm relaxes, the top arm reaches to take your side bends. So you're going to bend towards your front knee. Straighten through the arms, through the spine. Breathe in to reach towards the ceiling. And take a little reach across, maybe touching the fingertips down. Back to center. Do that again. Drop this right shoulder. Reach across with a stretch on the left side of the body, all the way down into your thigh and down into the hip. 2 more. Get the eye gaze facing you. Last one here. And then as you come back to center, both arms up, and then release both arms down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, lift back, and you may have a little dog to pedal that tension out of your hips. Great work. Coming down onto your knees. We're going to do the other side now with your arm circles. So the hands on the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Let's start nice and easy. So you're going to keep the back arm on the ground, the front hand on the left. So that's your right hand. Breathing in to reach, nice and long. Breathing out, reach the hand, circle, touch the back of your thigh, and then just let the arm slide back again forward, and then let the arm touch and slide. So while you're moving here, nothing else moves. Whole of the body stabilizing, nice and strong. Try not to drop the head, long spine. Good. 2 more. So next time, we are just going to release your spine a little bit with an extension. So allow the right hand to come into the floor. You're going to keep this hand on the ground and we lift the left arm up into the ceiling as you inhale. So the back arm open up, and then breathe out to let the hand come across underneath the right arm, touch the shoulder, the head down, open up again, breathing in and breathing out. Great work. Then use these 2 exercises and we're going to blend them together. So you can stay here, you can bring the hands a little further forward, so in a 3/4 position, the knee's going to stay further away. Remember to open your knees a bit wide for more base here. Alright, so let's start with the arm circle. Breathing in, front arm, right hand lift, circle, touch your thigh, and then as you bring the hand back, touch your hand down. Left hand going to open up as you inhale. Keep the hips facing the floor, breathe in and breathe out to reach underneath. Can you keep your shoulder off the ground? Option, touch down if you want to, reach back up, and then relax back into the floor. Keep those hands underneath your shoulders, 3 more like this. So you're going to reach. Can you keep your body nice and still? Good. When you twist, can you reach a little further into the fingertips? And then as you reach under, you need a lot of strength in the upper body to keep the shoulder off the ground. Press into the hand, reach back up to center, release. Good, 2 more. You may tuck under for the last 2. So keep reaching, circling. You may find that you're gonna slowly roll. Try not to drop the hips here. You may open up more. Good, reaching under. And back to center. 1 more time. Keep breathing and do not let those hips drop. Good, just a little reach, looking over, especially if you're on your toes. Touch down and slowly release the knees. Nice job, fabulous work. So if you did the version on your toes, you know what I'm feeling. Good. Taking a nice breath in, pick up the hands, roll them around. It's important that you have a little roll, a little release. Great. Alright, let's do our final exercise. Roll yourself around. Supine position. Find the feet hip widths apart, the arms relaxing by the side of your body. So allow yourself to simply settle down, engage your core again, relax, create strength in the core so you feel the abdominals pulling in and the lower back coming towards the floor. So working the lower abdominals, you've got several options here. Taking a big breath in, breathe out. Allow the left knee to come up into tabletop, and then find the right knee up as well. So allow yourself to find your tabletop position, about 90-degree angle behind. If your knees coming too close, your legs, the legs not working too hard. If they're going too fast, you may encourage the arch in the back if your core strength is not quite there. So just try to keep it approximately above. Good. Nice. Arms come nice and wide, palms up towards the ceiling. So take a big breath in, breathe out, and let your knees come a little bit wider, opening up nice and wide. And then bring the knees back together. Do that again. Allow the knees to open up and bring them back together. Good. This is a great exercise to start to engage the inner thighs, the outer thighs, and the lower abs working very hard. If you want a little bit more, you're going to add the cross in action. So next time, as you open up nice and wide as you feel comfortable, when you come back, allow one ankle to come underneath the other. And then open up, we're going to swap, the opposite ankle comes on top. And then we do that again. open and cross, open and cross. So control that weight, try to keep that knee in that line. Good. And then let's see if we can take this down. You may find that you can't open that wide. So I'm going to open up, cross the ankles together and bring the feet closer towards the floor. Open a little bit and cross the ankles together. Then open, cross. You're going to start to feel the increasing engagement in the lower abdominals. Once you're close to the floor, you're going to top the toes down, pick up the legs and do that again. Cross, open, cross, open, cross, open, and go again. You use as many crosses as you need to. You come in towards the floor. Once you're close, before your lower back starts to, or the back starts to disengage, you're gonna let the toes touch down, then back up, and then slowly bring your weight back up. Good. This is your option. Option number 2. Start to straighten a little bit. So you're gonna feel again more core work. Once you close, touch down, and then you may get into a full opening of the full straightening of the legs. So full straight legs, and you work with your own tempo. Make sure you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Once you're close to the floor, touch down, and then come back up. Good. You want to stop just about in line with your hip, and then you go again. Breathe. Cross. It's a nice strong action. Loads of work for the lower abdominals. Good. Let's do 2 more. All the way up. Keep the chest open and the lower back towards the floor. That's your indicator. If that starts to lift, you're going to bend. Good. Last one, last one. Come on guys, can we go for it? Okay, now this is your challenge. When you go as low as you can, where you can steer your lower back down, bring the feet together and hold. For 10, 9, 8. If you need to bend a bit, bend. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise. Bend your knees and let the knees come to the chest. Great work. Well done. Alright, feet gonna find the floor. And we do a very, very short sequence for your hip bridge, just to open up the hips after using those thighs and hips. So outside the sides of the body, feet hip widths apart, reset, take a big breath in, breathe out, take your pelvis upwards, push your lower back into the floor, and then start to slowly peel the spine of the ground. Start with the lower part of the spine, and you come in towards the mid-spine, and then some of the upper spine as well. Get that lovely straight line, breathing in and breathing out to slowly roll down through the spine. Keeping the knees in line with those hips. Imagine you've got a ball that you're squeezing in toward each other with the knees. And then one more time like this. This time as you reach the hips up, once you created a lovely straight line, you may decide to reach the arms up and above you. If you've got space, let the stretch happen in the front of the body. Nice big in breath. Breathe out to relax your arms. Stand first and then let the hips slowly follow the spine first and then back into the hips. Great, well done. Get those knees up towards the chest. Give them a nice little hug and take a roll side to side to give yourself a little release for your lower back. So if you want a nice long stretching for the lower part of the body, you're welcome to try my lower body stretching workout. Otherwise, take a slow roll all towards the side, lift yourself up, find your seated position, just to take a couple of stretches to relax your shoulders after your workout today. So let the shoulders relax away, take a big in breath as you inhale, breathe out, and then let the arms come nice and wide by the side of the body, reach the right arm across, take a long stretch, stretching down for the right side of the body, reach into the fingertips. Relax the right arm and reach into the left arm, stretching a little longer, a little further with the arm. Good, and then let's finish with a little bit of a twist. So you're gonna find your hands both in front of you. Take an in-breath, look over towards your right side and bring the right hand behind you. Push into the floor with your hands. Keep a half spinal twist, or you may take it a little further, looking further behind you, Good. So the twist is always great to release any wiring through the spine. Big breath in, breathing out, back to center, other side. Lift the chest on the in breath, twist on the out breath, look behind. Then find your way back to center. Good. So for your shoulders, just a little release. You're going to find the hands out in front of you or on your knees if you need to. Breathe in, let the right shoulder come towards the floor. Come back to center and then find the left shoulder towards the floor. So breathing in, breathing out. The eye is looking over the shoulder. And you're going to imagine that you want to dip the shoulder into the floor. Good. Just move like that. Nice big stretch into the shoulder joint. As you find your way back to center, let the hands relax, let the shoulders relax, just a couple of shoulder rolls, lifting up, and then the other way around. Good job. All right, hands together, taking an in-breath, breathe out, take a nice little bath. Thank you for coming today, for doing this class with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, you couldn't come, right? But you could do it at home in the comfort of your own home. So if you got any questions, comments, feedback, please feel free to comment below. And do not forget to subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Take care, guys.